Nico, hi. Can we do a quick sound check?
I can hear you.
Great, thank you. Geshe Gelek is here.
Okay, please turn to page 35 on the Gold Prayer Book, and we'll chant the seven limb prayer. Gosung pe gonel chatzelo nge sham yi tu chuting malubu tomene sadi tu tam che shag ke page wanam la jirang korwa matam bardu le june dola churki kolo korwarang da jengen an jan chu chen pongo. And now pages 97 and 98. The short mandala offering and the request to turn the wheel of Dharma. Saji perki jushi metog tamri rabdinji nidegen padi sangye jingdu mi te ua yi do kunam dak jing la che pa shok jetsun lama dampa kenam Kichur kukala kense chujin trig jitar tsampe duje tsima la jab gercheki cha pawab tu sol idam guru ratamadala kamnirya tayami.
Sanje chodan soje chonam la chancho dagi chushin jebe sonam je andola Sanje chodan soje chonam la chancho dagi chushin jebe sonam je andola Sanje chodan soje chonam la chancho dagi chushin jebe sonam je andola Sada lame me da miyo ji ombo dang jajin la so che che chama jama jama nama sanje soba kanda ji ji dewe ji jo. Lida che che tampe chunye chinde di shi ji. Namo la ye ke dan lu dan di shi ke jama na na me ye ke na do kunja na na tamje ke dan da che te. Kange tu ze nye so ne tawa tamje bambe je tampe chunye de ze na ko dam. Oh yeah. Good evening. Good evening. Let's start with the short meditations. So the best way to do this meditation is no expectations, no concerns. Should not be any doubt. This meditation will benefit, okay? So the purpose of this meditation is to generate peace within the mind. Peace within the mind. So way to do this is to concentrate. We concentrate. So during the meditations, if thought rise, simply recognize them, don't follow. Simply recognize them, don't follow. Okay. Just simply recognize them, then don't follow. So what we are going to do, we are going to visualize center of your heart or space before you. Visualize a thin circle, bright, not thick, thin, bright circle. Center of the circle, visualize small dot, white dot. Eventually, it becomes bigger and bigger and more powerful, more bigger, and that become like size of bird's egg. So when thought rise, then just imagine like those thoughts are like shooting stars. When you rise, they just disappear into the circle. Throughout the meditations, if you are seeing this white dirt, even slowly it becomes like size of bird's egg, white, bright. So that is the center of consciousness. center of consciousness. So when when your focus becomes good, so if you don't see the circle, not to worry. The moment that awareness is about to wander, so then make the circle a little bit more brighter. Okay, so next few minutes we meditate like that. Nothing to see, nothing to find, nothing to analyze, just be. Just be. Stare at that white dirt, stare at that white dirt, stare. Oh. Please try to place all your attention on that white dirt, which is the essence of consciousness, center of the consciousness. Slowly, slowly, it becomes brighter, bigger, size of bird egg. The nature of that white light is clear knowing. The nature of that light is clear knowing. Pure. Very pure. It is totally opposite what we believe and think. It's pure, not just pure, clear knowing, pure, very pure. It's not impure. It's not negative. It's all positive. All the thoughts now become like subconscious. Only thought, only awareness that's very much active is the center of that circle, which appears a white dot, but that is the center of consciousness. There's the only one that's active. All other thoughts become subconscious. Meditations, awareness become like still, clear water. All the dust in the water has been settled on the bottom, meaning all other thoughts become like subconscious. Only awareness this active is concentrations. Seeing the white dirt very clearly, bright, pure, very pure. what we are experiencing now, the nature of awareness. We are experiencing nature of awareness. Clear knowing. That's what we are experiencing, clear knowing. Now, eventually, that light dissolves back to your center of your heart, remain there forever. This is the meditation will help us to experience conventional nature of our mind, which is clear knowing. Pure. This meditation is done after introducing conventional nature awareness, which is like clear knowing. So after that, then you meditate, so then you are going to experience the nature of awareness. In this case, this is like conventional nature awareness, which is clear knowing. Appear as a dot, white dot, no different than awareness, the same thing. So it's good, time to time, if you do these meditations, at least you can make all the active thought that eventually become like subconscious, meaning they become inactive. So only the thought that's active is like concentrations. So that's how you enjoy peace within the mind. Peace within the mind. So then all this subconscious thought become active, so then it's hard to concentrate, hard to concentrate. So then it's like hard to have peace within the mind. So according to Buddha's teachings, only way that one can experience peace within the mind is to have one thought. One thought. So that's how you experience peace within the mind. Okay? Just want to share. So then, good evening. Good evening. Oh, yeah. So now we continue the class. Hopefully this will be the last class. Every Wednesday I'm hoping this will be the last class, but it never become last class. Hopefully today, hopefully today it become last. So here, this is like, I'm reading the commentary from His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama about 6 perfections. So the practice, you could say Bodhisattva did or Bodhisattva practice, meaning same thing, 6 paramita, 6 perfections. This is the perfection number 5. Samadhi or concentrations. This is how it sounds in Tibetan, called Zundu. Zundu, that's how it sounds in Tibetan language. Zundu. It has definitions. Gewala Tove Semba. Gewa means virtuous deed. Inspire, aspire, how is it? Inspire, aspire,
Inspire.
another word, there's only one word. Inspire, delighted, inspire, positive deed. Gewala Tove Semba. It's not like, oh, I have to do, like, oh, this, that. Not like that. Happy to do. Kind of excited or kind of happy to do. Oh, that kind of like mindset. Gewala Tove Semba. That is how you define, like samadhi. By definitions. Gewala Tove Semba. Enjoying something positive. People are saying nice things, you enjoy. You also enjoy, you also saying nice things. Thinking something good, physically doing something good, it gives you joy, you're kind of happy to do. That called Zundu, Gewala Tove Semba. Somehow, that gives you so much strength. Over time, it builds kind of strength within your heart, the strength that builds up energy, strength, and power within your heart. You will probably never get tired of, helping others, never get tired of working for happiness for other living beings. You don't get tired. That kind of strength, power will be generated over time if you enjoy positive things, positive deeds, verbal, physical, mental, then that eventually develop such a strong energy within the mind, not just that, the power. Simjiri rechiya namebe mena kaba jansu negri ninji mijos. Never ever feel discouraged. We never ever feel discouraged helping others. That is the maybe healthiest way to achieve one's own happiness. Being kind, being positive. That's the healthiest, that's the best way to achieve happiness. The best way to achieve happiness is to be kind, be gentle, be loving, be more compassionate. This is the best way to achieve one's own happiness. So why we don't achieve happiness that we're looking for since we are born? Very mechanism we use to achieve happiness is not positive. It's not positive. Unfortunately, most of the time, screaming, shouting, getting angry. It's all mechanism. There's nothing wrong with the hope. Hope is positive, but why we are not achieving what we hope? Oh, complicated. Mechanism, method we use is not achieving what our goal is, kind of destroying our goal, not knowing. So therefore, the best way to achieve one's own happiness is to be kind, be gentle, be loving, more compassionate. That's the best way. That's the best way. In this life, and many more lives in the future. Oh, that's what a bodhisattva, these 6 perfections, is designed to achieve happiness. In the spiritual field, mundane field, education system, this is all, everybody doing something every single day. The bottom line is hoping happiness, that's all. That's all. Then different ideas, happiness, you will become more happier if you get this, get that, get this job, that job. Then, like look around. People who achieve, are they happy? Some of them are very unhappy. So, best way to achieve happiness, physical happiness, every human achieve here, there, on and off, most of them, on and off. But this happiness heavily dependent on object. Long as there's object, so maybe there's even no guarantees. May achieve, may not achieve. But you have to have object to achieve that. Mental happiness doesn't require object. It's just thinking. Meaning meditation. Thinking is no different than meditations. I mean positive thinking, not negative thinking. Positive thinking is just the same thing. Any problem that related to the mind has to solve through the mind. How? Thinking. A lot of thinking. And then knowledge is needed. A lot of thinking. This is all like wisdom, the last profession, wisdom. Wisdom liberates, not simple wish or hope. The wisdom liberates. Wisdom liberates. So that wisdom is the byproduct of knowledge. It's not just, this wisdom is not byproduct of like mere faith. Mere faith doesn't produce wisdom. The knowledge produces wisdom. So therefore, it's very important to learn how all this like the thought rise, disappear, causes, conditions. Many things is complex things. It's complex things. That's why meditation will help. Okay. So now this profession. I'm going to read His Holiness commentaries. So no, this is hard to understand. That's why one of the masters wrote stories between egotistic,
Correct.
and self-grasping. So that's the stories between them. They are kind of arguing with each other. Just make it a story. Maybe people get interested to read. So they have like all kind of method to help us. So this is more sounds like that one. Rani shela membe sulugomchis. Tene tedaki mene da nimba tela tajina. So this more sounds like that story. So, but this is the part of the Shantideva's text. This like same like being in other people's shoes, the same thing, same thing. Exchanging oneself with other, same thing. Rang jinji dati jönam tola rang jinji dati. Ngaju tela sempe tini shambalobo juji. Rang jinji selfish attitude, selfish. It's not just any, it's not like, I don't want you to misunderstand. In Tibetan, Rang Jinji, when you hear this word, it has negative connotation. It has no positive connotation. It has nothing to do with taking care of yourself. Of course, if you don't take care of yourself, why you become monk? Why you meditate? We do have to take care of ourselves. Selfish attitude has nothing to do with that. Or Rangchinji Dadi Jönam Tolashis. Nansu tela Sembetini Shambalobochuchi. Meaning this selfish attitude, what it means not taking other people's well-being into considerations. So that idea, that thinking, that philosophy, then hoping happiness is kind of achieved. It's kind of achieved. Why? Because everybody is looking for something. There's nothing to do with religions, belief. There's nothing to do with Buddhism. That's the fact. Everybody is looking for something. And you are not thinking about what they're looking for, you're only thinking about what you're looking for. So, how much you can gain? Probably very little. That probably cause you a lot of stress, anxiety, fear, or fight, probably argument. So therefore, achieving one's own happiness, according to my teachings, best, healthiest, best way is to be kind, be generous, be gentle, be loving, more compassionate. Have more friends, you have less fears, less anxiety, all of that. Healthiest way too. Not the easiest way, not the easiest thing to do, but the best thing to do. Getting angry is easy thing to do, but it's not the best thing to do. But His Holiness didn't say this. I just said it because I analyze. We need to be practical. That's the fact. That's the truth. It's nothing to do with religion. That's the truth. Then eventually you get to the point that you kind of like get fed up with selfish attitude. You get fed up with selfish attitude. That's very good news. Right now, we are dictated by selfish attitude. We are dictated by, since the beginning of time to till now, we have never been free. We are kind of like slave of our selfish attitude. So it's time to free ourselves from that. So again, His Holiness didn't say that. So again, no. Some other teachings. What His Holiness said, then eventually you get to the point that you get kind of like sick of selfish attitude. Then because you start to seeing all the problems they created by this attitude, and before you thought even never occur that you can change. Now all of a sudden that you realize that could change. Not overnight, but they could change by thinking, meditations. So there could be a substitute with loving, being generous, being kind, being loving, more compassionate, that kind of attitude, kind of exchange, then you get immense benefit. 다 ngazu 차도 탑수 그 냠내 체가서 다 닝바더니 하장게 동나상 보시는 중교상 보좀 조 조주 dembo 엉당치고 롱제 부수 접지 임바 공교스 테네 ngazu 라니니 엉다지야 메지 저저 때문도 공부죠 tene toma me mane rande chibu sanne shenji dedu la chi minyambe da nimba de nganzi toshi chebo. So what we need to analyze this like all outdated attitude towards other. No consideration for their well-being at all. So that all attitude or all selfish attitude. So we need to analyze that and how much benefit you achieve, because of that. You see, not just here, every part of the world. Every part of the world. So here you hear like all child labor in Bangladesh, or like this like brand, the clothes that people are very much attracted to buy and who made those, child labor. So that, all of that. So that like means selfish attitude, because is the behind of all of that, attachment to power, wealth, all of that. So then, world doesn't just become complicated by nothing. It's human makes more complicated. There's everything here. A lot of problems, lot of problems that we human experiences is made by human. Unfortunately, made by human. It's not like made by animals. It's mainly made by human. The rangi kevin the shen tiyo the kova, slave tiyo means slave. Socheba, kucheba, zunsheba, kuwadeba, rang kana, tinji, tiju cheba, so chiyo. So yeah, then not going to go into detail, like what human do. Not going to go into detail. That we are bombarded by news. No need to go into details. Just think about it. Then simji shinji dote shikle chiya minje. Ngadu de the rajinsi jinda tela takap ngadu simti ne tela shembolosis. How you get fed up with the selfish attitude when you are going to sick of that? That requires analysis, total analysis. Just go with a friend and with like this, selfish attitude and see how much you gain. And go with a friend and with the kindness, love, compassion, how much you gain. Just see. It's not that difficult. Go with this attitude with a friend. Oh, I don't care about your happiness. I only care about my happiness. And see how much happiness you get. Just see, just experiment and see. Once you realize, maybe that's not the best attitude I should have when I hang out with my friends. So it looks like after a few days, they don't appreciate my attitude. In the group, there's someone so they kind of talk about that person. They kind of like to hang out with that person. Turns out that person is more kind, more compassionate, more caring, more time to switch a little bit. That attitude, time to switch. That's how you experiment and analyze. Nganju dida ranchi ji datela takapji nganju same thing ne shambalo was. You know, we get all say, oh, I'm sick of that person. I'm sick of that. That means like person is doing something bad to you all the time. You don't want to be even to be close to that person. Eventually, you get to that point with a selfish attitude. So, like, so much pain has been caused with selfish attitude. Then you eventually you don't want to deal with that selfish attitude. You just want to. You just wish to be over from that selfish attitude. So then you rely on bodhicitta. Start to think about considering other people's happiness, other people's needs. Maybe you become happier then. Maybe you become happier, calmer, less fear, less anxiety, less stress. Ngaju dunga du lhuwe shen nam samjiwe. Ngaju shensem ta sem ta nyuru jude shenbe jilo kumbe. Then maybe we eventually become closer to other people's needs. And then maybe you may like wonder like how that is possible to gain something doing that. I don't blame you. I don't blame myself. I don't blame you because this is very new approach. This is new exercise. This is new practice. Of course, there are a lot of concern, the worried, or like, but that's the best thing to do. That's the best thing to do. To achieving something, that's the best thing to do. And how do we know? Instead of just worrying about that, just do a little bit. Let's see. It doesn't have to be with the human, just start with the animals and see how that goes. Try to be kind with the animals and how they react. Yeah, so then, that's the best thing to do. Best thing to do. Then eventually that Shimpe law, the mind, the thought that wish to help others, that thought will become more and more, eventually become powerful and more powerful. Desen da ngaja diya gomguji, desen wani diya gomguji, ngaju da nimbati ongi tsewe lechi ni dunga nyongwa mase, old. Da Nyingba means old self. Now this is like new. Now the self is like newly born. This self is newly born, based on practical understanding or deeper understanding of my suffering other people's. Old self has zero knowledge. Now the new self was born. By studying Shantideva's Guide to Buddhist Way of Life, new self was born. So that new self will lead you to happiness. So then when you look back the old self, so then you wonder like how that happened. Yeah, that happened. Since from beginning this time to till now, that's how it's happening. That's why life is never free from complications. 다 셴라마 동아 뉴도 주비 니미나 랑기 텐소통 그래서 랑 진지 줄로 되는 가지고 되고만. This selfish attitude is the real enemy. That's what His Holiness. That is the real enemy, not you. No, we blame ourselves. We never blame selfish attitude. Yeah, we blame ourselves all the time. Or how come you are so stupid? Why you do this? Not like would have, should have, could have, would have, should have, could have. We never fight with a selfish attitude. We always blame and we beat up ourselves. So now it's time to switch that battle to selfish attitude. Selfish attitude. It's the needs to be destroyed. No, self. Self needs to be loved, to be cared. need to show respect, dignity, not something you look down and hate. No. 나 동어 셴라 동아 뇽도 주비 니미나 라니라 태서 동주 랑 진디 줄로 되니 맞주 되고 오마이베스. That is the true enemy. 맞주 tel라 동아 뇽도 주밤테 사주나 밀렉섬스. So now that he's only saying now maybe it's the time to maybe rethink, readjust your thinking, and to think how to deal with that attitude. Nganzu te pamba chena te nimyo tana nganzu ngaja jawa juze atapa yes. Then you can be proud. You can be proud. Oh, now I kind of managed to at least subdue selfish attitude. Now, so I'm happier. I have more friends. I see things differently, so I respect them. Based on we are same, not based on religious belief, not based on culture or tradition. Simply, what I'm looking for, you're looking for. What I'm trying to avoid, you're trying to avoid. I'm Tibetan, you're American, not different, same thing. Just that understanding then helps you. Just that understanding, there's deeper understanding. So that understanding does not distinguish between American and Tibetan monks, laypersons, Asian, Christian, Buddhist, doesn't matter. It's the same thing. I don't mean Christian and Buddhist, same thing. So I mean we are. So then it makes sense, one world, one dream, perfectly makes sense. That makes sense. One dream, that's happiness. Everybody wants happiness. That's a dream. One world means no fighting. That can be achieved. But so everybody needs to participate. Every single person needs to participate to achieve that. It starts from here. This attitude. Then so then when you manage to subdue or weaken selfish attitude, something to be proud. Now you can be proud. You kind of battling with this all enemy, so now you are kind of winning. Something to be very proud, something to be proud. Not just winning, you become happier. Now you start to see the purpose in your life, meaning in your life. Now you start to see your life is precious, that what you can achieve. Spirituality wise, what you can achieve. So then that you can be proud. So then, try your best not to fool by your selfish attitude, and make sure that your lives, your main engine of this life, main engine of this life will be much better if the main engine of this life is compassion, loving kindness, compassion. That's the best. If that drives this life, that's the best. Okay? That just show lula sebe nimi nende do sumba des. Lula chawa de dunga kona la chemi. The word chakpa, Tibetan, chakpa means attachment. Word chakpa. So tightly clinking. It's not liking. Buddhism is not saying, liking something is the bad thing. Not saying that at all. Not saying. I said this more than 1,000 times. Everything you are enjoying now, that's the result of your positive karma. There's nothing wrong enjoying, nothing wrong. What His Holiness Dalai Lama, Shantideva, all what they are saying, attachment is like strong form of desire, clinging so tightly, cause no matter what it is, towards object, towards person, towards body, towards wealth, towards house, stronger the grip, the greater the pain is going to be. You may not feel now, down the road. Something to think about, something to keep in your mind, keep in our mind. Clinking so tightly on donut, from Dunkin' Donut. When you go to Mount Everest, there's no donut. Your life could make your life miserable. Strong form of attachment to like Starbucks coffee, Snickers, or whatever, like French fry from McDonald's. In Nepal, the French fry does not taste like McDonald's French fry. It tastes like something else. You see the menu, you get so excited, French fry, oh, very good. When you get one, it's like merely labeled French fry. That's what you call merely labeled French fry. So, like that, Meaning, you become uptight. Meaning, you are not flexible. Meaning, you are not able to let it go. You think, you believe, and you think you have to have that. In reality, you don't have to have that. You don't have to have. You can survive. But this idea is so strong, or maybe you used to have that all the time, now you can't handle, and certain place you go to vacation, they don't have. Then what do? Make yourself miserable, or maybe just... So that's why it's caused, not right away caused down the road, it's caused more complications. Need to learn how to enjoy without holding so tightly. Need to enjoy. There are certain people, of course they worried. Could be like land, big piece of land. Could be anything they worried. Not just worried while they're alive, they're also worried what's going to happen after their death. I think that's a little bit too much. So, I vividly remember one time I'm like having a conversation with Jabja Lama Sopa Rinpoche. So Rinpoche's Amitabha Buddha Pure Land in Washington State. That's like Amitabha Buddha statue was built. So underneath there's no figures, like a snow lion, then a peacock, there's figures. Rinpoche wants to build them in a three-dimensional. Usually you kind of like two-dimensional, or sometimes you paint. So that was three-dimensional. Then I, having conversation with Rinpoche, then I mentioned to Rinpoche, like, if you make three-dimensional, they will be more likely to be destroyed by snow, sun, wind, and then hard to replace. That's what Rinpoche said. Just enjoy while you're alive. Then after that, meaning basically is useless. Just thinking. Like, so, like that. Milarepa has one clay pot. That's the only one he possesses. And he makes nettle, he cooks nettle in that. One time it broke. He trying to go to the creek to get water. Milarepa slip, and maybe raining season, to lose the control of that clay pot and just knock on the piece of rock and it broke. Milarepa said, it is right here, now it's gone. What is that? Is the nature of impermanent. Meaning is not, Miller was not holding. That's the only thing he possessed. But even then he's not holding on that. He's able to let it go because of understanding of impermanent. That's exactly, if you knock something down, if you break something, how much story we create. And how many days goes with that idea, like, wow, like you tell friends, you tell yourself, that they're not able to move on. Letting go, moving on, need some understanding, otherwise. So that meaning still hurts, even the things already broke. Number of days ago, still hurting. What happened? Holding so tightly, not able to let it go. So that's what is happens. Not the best way to enjoy. Chibi mingus. So attachment. So there's like strong form of desire, holding so tightly, so that holding tightly on possession, the person, like whatever, this body, what life, whatever it might be, need to rethink, because in reality, there's not much control we have, unfortunately. So, better to be a little bit smart. And yeah, so this what this attachment check us. Ngazu lula chapa de dunga kona chichi, nga luni ngazu pento ebe de jinzi chichi. So then comes down to attachment for this table, this, that, then here, then eventually come to this life and this body, all of that, and in the end, nothing will last forever. Everything, even just having the thought kind of subdue stress, even just having a thought subdue stress, so like that, even this body. Da tadeb tu tadeb pa nganzu su dala sebe shenja shi shendo so yin la. Dene nganzu ni da tumu nam chomne payo tembe damwan no yi tin chu chanju sembe jesu tama tenes. I'm hoping to eventually now finish. Only one stanza. Officially I can say now it's finished. Concentration. Tuze debe jase namchi suchi shi nganzu nize meba kaji jingone nyamne chi nganzu teta nyamne chi dozi nganzu dungani nije se doba thinking is. So need to put some effort. So then this suffering will cease. It's not. Seems like there's maybe no beginning, but there will be end. There will be end. Definitely there will be end. End is nothing to do with the beginning. Maybe there's no beginning. If you pick up one seed, one cone seed, if somebody asks where this cone come from, who can explain where this piece of corn began? I'm not sure. Maybe they're now best for scientists. Can they pinpoint, it comes from this area and that area? They can probably say something. They will say something, definitely. If you ask them, they will say something. Because this country is filled with experts. Quite amazing, like mind-blowing. If you bring piece of leaf, there's expert. If you go like this, there's some expert who will tell you what that means. Amazing, like every single thing has expert. Mind, none. Mind, expert. There's no expert. So anyway, so this. Okay. Okay. So this, we have time, so if there's Q&A, so then I think this now finish.
On Zoom, if you have a question, you can use the little raise your hand signal or just
You don't
text
have
me.
to have questions. I'm not pressuring you to have questions. If you have one, I'm happy to, not going to say answer, but happy to discuss. I may have no answer. Yeah.
The book I'm following, Flash of
better
Light.
to be simple one, otherwise next Wednesday, maybe you need to sit here.
The book, closer. The book that I'm following is Flash of Lightning in the Dark of Night by His Holiness. Not quite the same, but it does have a wisdom chapter. But I'm thinking the one that you have does not have this wisdom chapter, so we're not going to continue
Yeah,
this.
wisdom chapter part is there, so I think. So, yeah, the next one is the wisdom.
So that,
So, to great opportunity to blow your head.
okay, good.
Yeah, wisdom, the next chapter is wisdom chapter. Yeah, so maybe if there's no more questions, we'll end here. So I'm not going to finish the last chapter as a request. I'll save that. So it's not actually like officially ended. The Sanskrit is called Samadhi, Junju in Tibetan, concentrations. So that Bodhisattva did number 5. Bodhisattva did 6 perfections, number 5. Okay. So then. So then maybe the brief descriptions about 6 perfections. Jimba, first one is generosity. Something to think about. Longje, possessions, wealth and possessions. Now, only based on this life, what you see, oh, somebody worked so hard, that's what they created, generate wealth, so like sell products, so that's how they make money. That's like how the wealth has been generated by working hard or selling something, doing something, running here, there. But according to like Buddhism, Jimbe Longjes, so ultimate wealth, the wealth is wealth, doesn't matter according to Buddhism or according to United States, wealth is wealth, whatever you call, food, clothes, house, so then is the result of generosity, Jimbe Longje. Just a brief explanation, Jimbe Longje. Wealth is needed, like without wealth, there will be no Kadamba Center. That's the fact. So I think electronic company, or like water company, they are not going to say, oh, don't need to pay because you are studying Buddhism or practicing Buddhism. You have to pay the bill. So that's the reality. Wealth need or minam deva longje mimilas. There's things called human happiness, celestial happiness. Either the human happiness, celestial realms happiness, both needs wealth. Both need wealth. But we have different wealths. Humanity needs wealth. Minam Devang or Longje Mimilas. Who said that? Master Chandakiti. In the intro into the middle where that text talks about shunyata or emptiness. In that text, Chandakiti says, Minam Devang Longje Mimilas. Human happiness, there will be no human happiness. Almost true. So if there's no wealth, how you can be happy if you have nothing to eat? How to be happy? So if you have no clothes to wear, it's hard to be happy. But you probably never experienced anything like this. I'm just assuming. But I did when I was young. So I experienced suffering of hunger, suffering of not having something to wear, something like, went through all of that. So, just talking, just experience. So we thought, well, that'll be hard to have human happiness. Longje changle jinli jungchenes, so that Shakyamuni Buddha saw the wealth is the byproduct or result of being generous. Being generous. Therefore, out of 6 professions, that's why Buddha chose to talk about first profession is generosity. This Buddha says that's quite important topic to talk first out of 6 professions. Okay, brief explanation. Longzhe changle jinle jinle jungchine tube tangpo, tuba means Buddha, jinbe tamche. That's why he chose to talk about generosity first. So now you have decent amount of happiness if you don't complain too much. Like a roof of, how is the roof? Roof over my head, like I'm not need to worry about where I'm going to find my food tomorrow. Environment, nice air, you can see clear sky. It's not like some part of the world you never ever see clear sky. Air you breathe pretty good. Road you drive is very good. Lot of, all of that. Decent amount of happiness. I wish everything could be perfect. That's not going to happen anytime soon. Sorry, that's not going to happen anytime soon. There's too much to expect. That's what happen. I want to be happy all the time. That's not going to happen unless you do serious meditations. Possible. Other than that, so that's the result of being generous. I don't remember being generous, whether you believe or not. That is, according to Buddhism, that is your hard work paying off here, your hard work paying off here. Whether you believe or not, it's not based on whether you believe or not. Timji death. Like how come that my dog never become human? How come that I was human, but not my pet? There's a reason maybe. So the second, ethic, morality. Result will be high state, like you can say that you don't feel good, you can say you don't like, you can say many things, you can express your wish through word. There are another living being, they even cannot say one thing. How that happens? So then it's complicated. So, second profession is like ethics. Practicing direct result of practicing ethics is, if something goes on, it's going to be like high state, not going to be animals. Third profession, it's not just part, there's one part of the result is like become good physical appearances. Maybe before I don't understand that, so now when I think more, when I dig a little bit deeper and trying to That is not experiment, but trying to see how that could be. So now, beautiful person could be woman or the handsome man, good looking, attractive. When that person get angry, that person doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. If that is the temporary result of anger, meaning not practicing patience. Now, slowly I understand practicing patience could resolve one of the results. So not only result, one of the important results could be physical appearance, good physical appearance. Now it makes sense. When you get angry, your good physical appearance disappear. So now that way, now you kind of try to understand a little bit like that, this explanation. So bad down this. Not just that. People say things, for you, there's very little negative impact in your mind. People say things, people give you a look, it doesn't bother you much. It used to bother so much now. What happened? You built armor of patience. The patience becomes your armor. And this like word to look, this all become like, they can't penetrate through this armor. So meaning your peace of mind will be protected. Many benefits, multiple benefits. Third, perfections. Okay, just brief explanation. So we bet down the the fourth. Fourth, as I mentioned before, doing things joyfully, doing things happily, joyfully. Direct result will be calm mind, calm mind. Calm mind. Very much needed in order to experience peace within the mind, require calm mind. Some people naturally, but couldn't say like, that's how we see it, naturally so calm, so relaxed. Some people always like kind of like, anxious, so anxious, like, and cannot sit still, that moves, the legs move, like all of that, These are all like, according to Buddhism, it's all like doing things, not doing things with anger, stress, fear, all of that. Doing things with happy mind, enjoying doing whatever you're doing. So that direct result will be your calm mind. So that's number 4. So number 5, concentration, peaceful mind. Constant result, peaceful mind. So then wisdom, liberations, freeze. So it's not that complicated. So here, this watch has features, many features. You can't just say, oh, may I able to understand all the features, meditate. That's not how you know. It comes with the instructions. You read, you need to educate. If you can't understand, somebody needs to explain, oh, press this, press that, press that. This is like ignorance, not knowing how to use this ignorance. So the ignorance needs to go in order you to liberate, free yourself from not knowing how to use the features. So now you learn, now you free yourself. Now you know how to use. Next time one of your friends has, you can help. That's called wisdom. This is just generally speaking, wisdom. So then, wisdom could get a little bit deeper level, when it's come into the internal wall of consciousness and thought. So then that wisdom is much deeper level. So then eventually the deepest level of the wisdom, so that kind of like, liberates you from all this cycle of problems, death, sicknesses, aging, rebirth, death, sicknesses, aging, rebirth goes round and round, 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 round. The deepest level of wisdom could stop that will. So their will, the main engine of their will is driven by, there's like called three poisons. That's how the will goes around. So that's the brief description of the six perfections. Then before I came here, I just thinking after I finished my prayer, the thought rises. This is all designed to achieve happiness, not just this life, many more life in the future till you achieve full enlightenment. So this teaching is designed to achieve happiness. That's all. So you don't have to become Buddhist to practice that. This is all instructions, important instructions, tested, analyze, practices, and produce great result. It's not like new age things. This is the pure teaching of like many great masters. So I wish that I or my friend here will benefit studying this. So need to put some effort, okay? Some effort, right? Yeah. So then next Wednesday, either you blow up my head or I blow up your head by talking about wisdom and nothing like the last perfections. Meaning last perfections is all about shunyata, emptiness. This may not be the best translation of word shunyata. Shun, I used to thought, I speak few Hindi, there, Nepalese, Hindis. I always thought shun means peace. So when I talk to Geshe Sambo's sister-in-law, she speaks her Hindi is much better. So she said shun means zero. Makes sense? I'm not thinking from Hindi language, I'm thinking from Nepali language. Sun means like peaceful. Sun means peaceful. I thought shunyata means just peace. That's why I understood. Shuni, suchness. Shuni. So anyway, so that shunyata, so shun could be, zero. Means right now, my life experience is not zero. It's like number reached to like close to 1 million. It's not zero. Start with a zero, can go back. So begin with zero now. Maybe there's a way to go back, but can't because stuck. Idea after idea, then holding tightly, believing what I see. Maybe it's all start from zero. It could go down to zero, but right now it's not happening anytime soon. So shouldn't make. So there are some statements. There's no day, there's no night. Does that mean there's no day, no night? No arising, no appearing, no disappearing. This all saying something very profound right now. I can get my head around that idea. No day, no night, no appearing, no disappearing. Absence, present, same thing. Absence create present, present create absence. Right now, present means no absence. Can see. Absence cannot see present. To me, there's like two separate coins. It's not one coin, two sides. It's totally two different coins. Or the teachings is explaining absence generate present, present generate absence. Absent, present, just like same thing. It's not the same thing. Maybe in reality, according to ultimate reality, these are all same, but right now I just stuck with the conventional reality. Can't move beyond that. Maybe only way, maybe through series of meditations. Compassion, loving kindness, bodhicitta, easy to understand, hard to implement, very hard to implement. Emptiness, so hard to understand, even just getting a intellectual knowledge about shunyata is not that easy, it's quite complicated, as I mentioned, few things like this. Too much about illusionists create illusions, create horse, beautiful horse. We are in the audience, what we see horse. What illusionists see horse. What is the difference? Illusionist does not believe there's horse. He knows he just created. You not just see, you believe what you see. Jumachaba Thagi Suto de Tata Lambo Shindanato Ta horse, Lambo, elephant, then chariot, so and so. They create all kinds of things. Tella Chidana Kayamet is not that exactly where you see. There's another teachings on emptiness from the sutras. So see, even the heart, I memorize, and I say every day, but still not much change. But there's potential to change, but still because our idea is so strong, so thick, it's hard to penetrate. So, it's not that exactly where you see, experience, react. It's not there. Buddha said, apply that understanding with everything, meaning, happiness, suffering, problem, anxiety, fear. Buddha said, apply that. See a horse, chariot, elephant. It's not there. It's not, it's just illusion, it's just created, it's not there. What you see is not there. Doesn't mean you are not seeing. Yeah, of course you are seeing crystal clear, you are seeing, moving, making noise, all of that you are seeing, but it's not there. Likewise, everything, all the experience of almost 60 years in my life is like that. It's like that. If that's the case, that's why another way of saying, your world, the world that you experience, is like your perceptions. Your perceptions. That's how you perceive. That's your perceptions. May not be 100% right, but we don't like to hear that, your perceptions. That perception of your mind, perception of your mind. The nature of that mind is empty. There are many different ways they're trying to help us to understand, but still it's hard. Intellectually hard. Maybe emptiness, that's why I'm saying intellectually quite hard to understand, but meditate relatively easier than applying bodhicitta, compassion is very, very hard. But meditating on emptiness is not that hard as that. A lot of meditation needed, a lot of meditations. Then maybe hope eventually one day, we think like everything we think so serious is just like joke. So laughable, it's just joke. So hopefully get to that point like nothing bothers. It's like joke. It's like it's just not serious. That we just make it's not that serious. So that's maybe experience really happen when you come out of the meditation on shunyata. So when you come out of that meditation, everything seems so serious. It's not. Things disfigure, reshape. It's different. It's different. It's not the same. It's different. It's like no same. It's different. So less reactions because the different is like that change, a lot of change. Okay, so don't want to make it more complicated. There's a brief explanation about the sixth perfection. Okay, so then see you next Sunday. Yeah.
I'll turn to page 100 and 101. Saji perki shushing metog tamri rabli shi ni degen padi sangye shingdu mi te uwa i doku nam da shing la che pa shok jetsun la me ku tse rab ten shing nam ka chi le cho chu ge parang lo san tempe de me sa sum yi do e mu sel ta tu ne gu chi idam guru rakamadalakam niryatayami. Okay, now we have to go to the dedication prayers. On page 235 through 236, stanzas 1 through 5. Dewa di nu du dag lama sangye du gyune do wa chi kyang malupa de yi sala ger pa sho Janshu Sencho Rinpoche Ma ke panam ke gyurchi ke wan yang pa me pa yang gone gondu pewa sho Jamper power jita kempada kundu zampo de yan de shinte de da kungi jesu da lo chir gewa di da tanche rab tungo Dusun shepe gewa tanche ki ngowa gala chotunga pade da she gewe tawa di kun kyang sampo chir rab tungo wargi Dagi jine sape gewa di tenda doa kuna gampe da kepa jesun lo zanda pai tembe nimpo rindu sel jesho. And then page 244 and 245 for long life prayers. Kandira we korwe shin kam dir, pendan dewa malu shin wene, chere si wan tenzin gyatso yi, jape si te ba tu tengyu chi. Jonu iya nana wa jotu, avatare tsembara sopa, lo san gewe de ton le pelcho, jasun genkyo lama sowa de. And then the back cover for Rinpoche. Fearless teacher and assembly of the children of victorious Swan, Shravakas, and Pratyeka Buddhas, victorious Losang, father and sons, along with the lineage masters, all the objects of refuge of the infinite lands, please bestow the virtue and goodness to accomplishing this prayer here and now. Holding and spreading the Muni's precious and complete teachings through explanation and practice, wore the armor of patience that is never discouraged, incomparable, venerable Guru, to you I make requests, while striving single-pointedly for the sake of the victorious one's teachings, the sole gateway through which all benefit and happiness emerge, and from other living beings, you suddenly departed peace. What a great loss! Nevertheless, through the undeceiving truth of the blessings of the ocean of the three jewels, and the great waves of bodhicitta of the children of victorious ones, may the smile of a new reincarnation swiftly beam in glory for fortunate disciples. And then the inside front cover, prayer for the long, healthy, happy life, Geshe, and then Geshe Sampo. Gebe lamna dempe de puncho, leshe dampa te weni moshe, Turkey zawa miton shenyen chok, dapa poe lama zapten chi. Supreme Guide, you lead us on the many paths of virtue. A shining sun, you give us the best of excellent explanations. Supreme Virtuous Friend, you are constant Dharma companion. Lama, who is renounced fame, may you ever remain. Gewe chuki bachara tenching, pilda lame danyak ning la chang, samper jawe ninsen da shepe, shenen chepo kutserap tenchi. You who have steadfast imprints of virtuous qualities and keep the instructions of the glorious Guru in your heart. You who pass day and night with noble activities, great virtuous friend, may you have a very long life. And then 7 Tara mantras for all beings. Om Tare Tu Re Soha. 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 Om Tare Tu Re Soha.
Good night. Cat symbolize good sleep. Good night. Good night.
Thank you, everyone. Good night. See you next week.